So the big question, does Styanax suck? I am actually usually fielding the opposite question, which is he any good? That's what people want to know. And the reason I ask why he sucks, I feel like I really want to put in context. Now, let's think about some frames that have been released in the last couple years around major content drops or changes in the game. Let's think about Caliban. How about Geyer? When's the last time you played Geyer? Biggest meme in the community, or maybe number 3 meme, depending on how you look at it, Urelli. I have a clan member who, for whatever reason, got it into his head that he was going to main Urelli. Pretty new player, and he said it's because he liked the look. And I said, how can you like the look of a Warframe who has raw veal stapled to their forehead? And he was quiet for a couple minutes. And he said, damn it, Llama, I can't unsee that now. And I said, you're welcome. Let's talk about Grendel and how hard Grendel is to get and how pointless it is to have gotten Grendel. DE has a near-term track record of releasing hyped frames that hugely disappoint. That you get and you play for a little bit, and then a month later you remember for a random reason that they still happen to be in your inventory. So asking if Grendel sucks, with the amount of hype that has come for the 50th Warframe, the fact that everybody got them free in their inbox, and the fact that they are tied to this major content drop / bunch of mechanical changes of the game, on the eve of this major patch, content drop system thing, Deviri paradox that we've been waiting years for, I don't think it's an unreasonable question to ask if this Warframe is any good, if he is even worth owning or having or equipping. Okay. The next part of that, after the context, and in that context, is the question of where Styanax fits. Where do we bucket this Warframe? How do we talk about this Warframe, think about this Warframe? What is he good at? Because he's not a Naros. And if you expect him to be a Naros, and that's your entire metric pass-fail for whether this Warframe is any good or not, can Styanax do what a Naros does, which is to face tank 100 enemies in a room and just not care about them? No, he cannot do that. He's not able to. So if that's what you consider to be good, then no, he's not good. He sucks because he can't do that. So instead of like this, pass-fail based on the performance of some other Warframe, let's think about the buckets, the 6 buckets of Warframe. Number 1 is crowd control. Number 2 is stealth. Number 3 is support. Number 4 is nuke. Number 5 is tank. And I'm going to throw a weird number 6 in there. And number 6 is Protea. And bear with me on that one for just a second. Let's go down the list and see if he really fits any of these categories. Can Styanax crowd control lock down an area for a long period of time? No. Can Styanax turn himself invisible? No. Can he heal people in a sustained way for any period of time, or support people in a sustained way for every period of time? No. He cannot. He cannot actively help out his squad in a active way where he gets to boost their health, shields, whatever. Is he a nuke frame? Can he just like clear large swaths of the map with the press of a button? No. And he's not really even a single target DPS frame. He just isn't that type of frame, okay? He wouldn't, I wouldn't put him in with like Saren or Legerdemain Mirage. You know, he can't do that. Is he a tank? No. He doesn't have anything like Scarab Armor. He doesn't have anything like Warding Halo. He doesn't have anything like Wukong's 3. He doesn't have any of those abilities that let him just absorb massive amounts of damage. Iron Skin comes to mind. He doesn't have that. It just doesn't. He has ways to mitigate and avoid damage and soak a little bit of it, but he's not a tank. And now the last one. Protea. Protea is an interesting frame because she doesn't fit in any of those other categories either. She's not a tank and she's not stealth. That's super obvious. She does have some shield absorb. She can give herself overshield. She can give the squad overshield, and that's great, but she doesn't have like a direct absorption ability. She can't really tank anything. She can't nuke the map. She has a location limited couple of abilities that do some good damage, and that's what she's got. She's not support. Yeah, she's got a 3, but she's not actively healing. If you don't come to where the dispenser is and pick up the stuff, she can't help you. And she's not crowd control. She doesn't have anything like Vortex. She doesn't have any ability to just control an area for a long period of time. Does anybody not like Protea? I mean, you might not like playing her in terms of play style, but does anybody think she's a bad Warframe? No. People love Protea. And she's in what I would say is a kind of a new category for DE, which is an all-rounder. A balanced frame, whatever you want to call it, but she's a very balanced Warframe. She can do a little bit of everything. She has some support capabilities with her dispenser. She has some ability to kind of lock down an area with her 1. She has some ability to do a bunch of DPS. But she doesn't have, like, she's not to the max in any of these areas. She has some ability to give herself overshield and absorb some damage, but she's not Neja. You know, she's not this big tanky Warframe. So what bucket does she fit in? And there's other frames you could argue are in this bucket too, but I think Protea in particular is the one that I think of when I think about what is Styanax like. Styanax can give himself a shield buffer. He can do some DPS. He can regen shield and energy for his squad if they do stuff. If they get kills while his rally point is active, they will get energy, they will get shields, but they have to do that, and they have to be in range. So he can't actively go and give them energy and shields, but he can give them the opportunity to go get energy and shields. I think that's the bucket he fits in. I think Styanax, you have to look at him like you look at Protea. She is not highly specialized in any given area. He is not highly specialized in any given area. And both of these Warframes take some skill to play. Unlike Inaros, unlike Avara, you cannot just like walk away to get a coffee at certain points in the mission. or Wukong. Let's talk about Wukong, right? But you know, you can't just like get up and make a sandwich and be like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, no worries. You know, you got to do stuff with Protea and with Styanax in order to survive and thrive. I say this especially in the context of, for example, Steel Path. Styanax can do Steel Path, but you have to be on your toes. There's skill shots you have to hit. You have to watch your energy. There's stuff that you have to do. And then all of a sudden an Acolyte pops up and you melt them in 2 seconds because he just strips their armor and puts them on the floor and takes their stuff, beats them up, takes their lunch money. That's it. So is he good at what he's good at? Yeah. I did arbitrations with him. It wasn't fun. I died. You know, those shield drones, they really play havoc with him being able to regen through kills. And that is something he has to do in order for his sustain to work. If he can't get kills, he's going to have a real hard time. Again, let's think about that in relation to Inaros. Does Inaros need to get kills to survive? No. No, he just walks around. Okay, he doesn't care. Nezha, very similar. Wukong, Cloud walk around. Doesn't matter. They don't need to get kills to survive. Styanax has to get kills to survive in any kind of challenging environment, or he's not going to make it. Or he needs support. And he goes in that bucket of frames that, like, they have some stuff, but in a challenging environment, they might need a support frame there. So, you know, can you take him to Tridolon hunts? Like, number one, he's not really bringing a lot to the table. Number two, like, he's just not going to do very good. So I guess you could, but I don't know why you would. However, if you want to go maybe lich killing, if you want to go get some thralls, just mow down some Kuva lich thralls and get some murmurs. Styanax is going to pin people to the wall, he's going to strip their armor, and he's going to blow them all up. Easy peasy. No problem. So where he is good, he is very good. And then in areas where he is not in a conducive atmosphere for his stuff to work, he's just a frame. He's just a potato. He can't really do a lot for you. You can keep pressing 4, but it's not necessarily going to be enough to survive. And yes, his one is a mini Vauban Vortex, but it's a mini Vauban Vortex. He can't lock down a whole room full of people reliably enough, you know, in a wide area to be able to survive that way. So, yeah. He's an interesting frame. I, personally, my opinion, I think he's super fun. And if you can't tell by looking at what's standing on the screen, I have already in 48 hours invested quite a bit into this frame in terms of cosmetics, weapons, what have you. I just really like his play style. I really like playing this frame. And I'm not saying like, oh, this is my new main or something, but I think he's a lot of fun. And I'm going to look for opportunities. Oh, can I bring Styanax to that? Hey guys, can I bring my Styanax? Like, that's, you know, oh, I think I'm going to play Styanax today. Oh, this is going to be good. That's kind of how I'm thinking about him. I'm not thinking he's going to be every mission, because he just can't do everything. But in areas where he can survive and thrive, he's definitely going to be right up there, because I think he's a lot of fun. And is he good? Does he suck? No. Absolutely, he does not suck. He is no Geyer. He is no Grendel. He's a really fun Warframe. I think a lot of people are going to play him. Is he good? Yes. He is good at what he's good at. And that's it. It's a qualified answer, but the answer to the title of the video is hell no. He does not suck. That's just my opinion. I'm interested to hear what you think. I'm interested to hear what your Styanax experience is like. Let me know. And other than that, have a good one.